On the show today, paving the way for progress, a detailed look at ongoing and upcoming road infrastructure projects that are transforming Jamaica's connectivity, plus building homes and restoring hope, a look at the government's commitment to providing dignified social housing for those in need. Those and much more within the half hour. I'm Adrian Atkinson, and you're watching Jamaica Magazine.
Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Thursday, April 17, 2025. Contracts have been signed and ground broken for Phase 1 of the Raintree Commercial Complex at Ferry off the Mandela Highway. The project is being managed by the Urban Development Corporation, UDC, as part of the Caymanas Estate Development. It consists of 69 one-acre lots that are available for commercial and light industrial use. Over 35% of the lots are already sold. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness says it signals a definitive step in activating a space that has been zoned, master planned, and environmentally assessed to support a new generation of enterprise and employment.
It will deliver a much-needed supply of serviced, investment-ready lots in proximity to major roads and urban centers, fulfilling a market gap for modern commercial infrastructure outside of Kingston's core. The Raintree Commercial Complex is projected to attract capital investment of at least Jamaican $3.8 billion in infrastructure, and will support long-term private investments exceeding Jamaican $15 billion.
The greater improvement of the 4,300 hectares of land includes commercial, industrial, residential, and mixed-use eco-friendly development. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness has welcomed the investment in a private general hospital for Portmore, which he says will serve to complement government's own plans for a public hospital for the soon-to-be parish. He was speaking yesterday on a tour of the Tenzie May Robinson Medical Complex owned by investor Dwight Robinson. Dr. Holness commended the investors on the outfitting of the hospital located in Cookson Pen, Brayton, in particular their investment in an oxygen generator for the facility.
They have given great thought, it would appear to me, to ensuring that this private hospital can provide the services and operate with significant uptime. So I'm very happy to see that there are private projects already filling the gap. But with a population of over 200,000 persons in Portmore, certainly private initiative, private facilities will not be able to completely fill the gap. So there will always be a need for established government public health facilities, and therefore the government is committed to that.
In February, the Minister of Health announced that land had been identified in the Bernard Lodge area to build a new hospital for Portmore, and a feasibility study was being done to determine its format and structure. In the meantime, the Prime Minister says he is very impressed by what he has seen so far at the Tenzie May Robinson Medical Complex, while noting that it still needs the requisite approvals from the Ministry of Health to begin operations. The private hospital is to be a 23-bed facility offering a range of medical care, including diagnostic services such as CT scans, X-ray, mammography, and ultrasound.
Our main emphasis is on surgery because we have three operating theaters which are fully equipped, one with EMA C-arm X-ray, which we can do X-rays while on the table. And we have an area for high dependency unit where people will recover from our surgery. We have a pharmacy here at the hospital as well, and what we are standing now is the accident and emergency area, which we hope to take people who will walk in off the street for any conditions.
The Prime Minister is encouraging the police in Portmore to capitalize on the reduced crime rates they are experiencing to build support for their interventions.
The public's view sometimes of the police force is that the force doesn't always treat them with respect. And I think now that we are gaining some good results, that we should use this as a means of strengthening the engagement.
Yes.
You know, if people feel that the police has their best interest at heart, has their back and will support them, you will get even more support.
He was responding to an update from the JCF's St. Catharines South Divisional Commander, Superintendent Leighton Gray, ahead of a tour of the Tenzie May Robinson Medical Complex on Wednesday. Superintendent Gray revealed that the area was seeing a 21% reduction in shootings and 32% decrease in murders.
We have been doing well. We are coming from as far as 10% and we are now at 32%.
Well,
and
keep
the
pushing
members
it
are
down.
so encouraged
Yes.
based on what is happening. And we are committed to the cause.
Meanwhile, Minister of Local Government and Community Development Desmond McKenzie is commending members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force in St. Elizabeth for their efforts in reducing crime in the parish. So far this year, St. Elizabeth has recorded 3 murders, reflecting a sharp decline from the 12 that occurred in the corresponding period last year.
The work of the Jamaica Constabulary Force must not be underestimated, must not be questioned, must not be challenged in a way that we break the spirit of the hard-working men and women of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. I want, on behalf of local government, on behalf of all of us here, to say to Commissioner Blake and his team, and especially to the superintendent in charge here, that we are 100% behind you and to give you the support that you need.
Minister McKenzie was addressing the recently held monthly meeting of the St. Elizabeth Municipal Corporation in Black River. Beginning in January 2026, all Caribbean Examination Council CXC exams will be administered electronically, either as full e-assessments or in a hybrid format. The announcement came during a recent virtual press conference where CXC's Director of Operations, Dr. Nicole Manning, detailed the changes as part of a wider strategy to strengthen exam security due to breaches that occurred in 2020 and 2022.
The hybrid e-assessment presents an opportunity for the separation of the question paper as you know it from the answer booklet. Candidates access the examination online. They are provided with a key code that is entered, and this is what it looks like for the candidates.
The new hybrid format will give candidates the choice to complete exams online or by using a secure, downloadable PDF for offline completion, ensuring no student is left behind due to internet issues. To support the rollout, local registrars across the region will go through a sensitizing session in October in time for January exam registration. In the meantime, CXC has launched a new qualification called the Caribbean Targeted Education Certificate, CTEC, to offer students more flexible and accessible learning. CTEC will be on the same level as CSEC and CAPE exams, using the same syllabuses, but letting students complete smaller modules at their own pace and earn micro-credentials along the way.
It will be utilizing the same syllabus. It will focus on related and relevant learning outcomes, as well as providing for the progressive achievement of competencies. And of course, non-terminal, and hence the progressive nature of the syllabus.
The qualification will debut in English and mathematics, and CTEC will offer 2 assessment pathways, subject-based and skills-based, the latter emphasizing real-world competencies. The pilot project will begin in September 2025, with the first official certifications to be awarded in 2026. And finally, the Ministry of Education is currently conducting internal assessments of the Primary Exit Profile PEP examination with a view to making changes to better meet the needs of students. Portfolio Minister Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon made the disclosure during a recent visit to Coffee Peace Primary and Infant School in Clarendon.
We are actually doing some internal assessments of PEP to look at whether or not it's meeting our needs. And we do believe there needs to be some changes to it, and we will announce that in short order.
The minister acknowledged that while PEP was designed to enhance students' academic and critical thinking skills, it could also be a source of stress. But she expressed confidence in students' ability to manage, citing the dedication and preparation efforts of their teachers. The minister's visit to Coffee Peace Primary was part of an outreach effort to connect with rural schools and offer direct support and encouragement.
My message in coming to these schools is to say that you matter. You're important. I want to hear from you, and to say thank you to them directly and personally, because our rural schools, these children are brilliant and they're doing brilliant things, and our teachers are doing amazing work with them.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.
Apply to the Heart NSTA Trust. Learn a new skill and expand your horizons. Your government has made it completely free to you.
The government is laying the groundwork for growth through critical road infrastructure projects. Those currently in progress and on the horizon are designed to ease congestion and boost economic activities. Here's what we're talking about.
Strong road network is vital to a thriving economy. This government has taken bold steps to modernize roads, enhance resilience, and ensure sustainability. The Southern Coast Highway project is now 95% complete. The remaining segment from Yallah's Bridge to Port Antonio and Morant Bay to Cedar Valley will reach completion in June 2025. This transformative project has delivered 141 kilometers of reconstructed roads, 248 kilometers of water pipelines, and 140 kilometers of fiber optic ducts, significantly enhancing connectivity and essential utilities. The launch of the $45 billion Spark program marked another pivotal achievement of our road and water supply infrastructure. Since then, work orders have been issued covering 126 roads across 63 constituencies. Within the next 6 weeks, we have programmed for construction to begin on another 126 roads, representing the largest single event of road construction in the history of independent Jamaica. That is 252 community roads to be completed by October this year. The Special CapEx program represents a strategic push to modernize our urban infrastructure, integrating road, drainage, sewage, and broadband upgrades to enhance safety, traffic management. Under this program, Grange Lane is 90% complete, with the next major project being the dualization of Brayton Road and sections of the Helsha Main Road at a cost of $2.4 billion. Other projects include the Arthurwint Drive extension, and we have expanded the original scope to include the stretch from Arthurwint Drive to Tom Redcombe and Camp Road, incorporating sewage and additional water infrastructure, ensuring greater benefits for residents, businesses, and future developments. The government will invest $2 billion to enhance key entrance corridors leading into the capital city, creating a more attractive and welcoming gateway. This initiative will focus on major thoroughfares, including the Airport Road from Norman Manley International Airport to Mountain View, from the roundabout to Port Royal. We will be doing as well 6 miles to Dunrobin Avenue and 6 miles to the Portia Simpson Miller Square through to downtown via Spanish Town Road. The project will begin with the pre-investment works, including design and planning, community consultations, and these upgrades will not only beautify Kingston's points of entry, but also enhance infrastructure, improve connectivity, and create a positive impression for visitors and residents alike. So we have the bypass road projects that's still ongoing. So we will have a bypass for Port Maria, for Santa Cruz, for Lucy, for Anato Bay, for Hopewell and Sandy Bay. And the Port Antonio bypass is set to begin in the fiscal year coming following the completion of the feasibility study. For residents in the Long Hill area, you would have already noticed that clearing works have commenced. The initial concept of the Long Hill bypass considered 2 lanes. However, the government has taken a strategic decision to expand the roadway to 4 lanes. Additionally, works on the Montego Bay bypass are progressing rapidly, with earthworks at a very advanced stage, and the Montego Bay River Bridge, which I toured recently, is 95% complete. As of today, the overall project stands at 55% complete. Once finished, this network of roads will significantly ease the long-standing traffic challenges in Montego Bay and open up new areas for development, fostering greater investment and economic activities. Under the Accelerated Bridge Renewal Project, we are upgrading and replacing over 55 critical bridges. Work on the Craig Mill Bridge in Portland is set to begin early in the new financial year. As part of the project, a pedestrian bridge will first be built to restore foot traffic for the community, which is now cut off. Troy Bridge is now approximately 50% complete. Other key projects including Spring Village Bridge in St. Catherine and Alley Bridge in Clarendon. New bridges under development include Barham in Westbourne and Southwood in Clarendon and Guanabo Vale in St. Catherine. Let me now speak on toll roads, which is a critical aspect of our improved connectivity, productivity, and efficiency. The Angels Toll Plaza is one of the busiest of our network, and I'm pleased to announce that 3 additional lanes will be added to the Angels Toll Plaza. We are very advanced with the engineering designs for those. A longer-term, more transformative change will be the introduction of open road tolling. This is a state-of-the-art system that allows vehicles to be charged electronically without having to stop at a toll booth. This system is widely used across the world and has proven to be faster, more efficient, and more convenient. The Montego Bay Perimeter Road will serve as the first road to have this system. While we are currently engaged in the North-South Highway PPP project to design and build out the upgrades, particularly the Miami Bay section of the road, the government has decided also to pursue the extension of the North-South Toll Road, which will begin with a Cloverleaf interchange at Miami Bay, extending westward to Discovery Bay, Phase 1A, and eastward to Prospect in St. Mary, Phase 1B. The government of Jamaica will take steps to designate the North-South Highway extension as a national development project. We are undertaking a strategic review of road maintenance with a focus on institutional governance arrangements to give consideration to the possible establishment of a single road authority to streamline governance and oversight. We are also integrating geospatial technologies and AI-driven solutions to improve planning and efficiency. We have significantly mapped and referenced over 90% of all roads in Jamaica. This information will help us to create an intelligence register of all our roads, to use it in spatial planning, and importantly, to develop a fiscal preventative maintenance plan which aligns to the engineered lifespan of the road. This also lays the basis for smarter and connected infrastructure to address traffic, public safety, civil defense, security, and logistics. To this end, I have given directions to the NAA and the Spatial Data Management Branch to begin work on developing a uniformed address system and zip code for Jamaica, including the use of digital addresses. After decades of underinvestment, we are shifting to a structured, sustainable, tech-based system of road maintenance, and this approach will extend the road lifespan, reduce frequent repairs, and improve safety. This government is not just rebuilding roads, we are building a smarter, more resilient future for Jamaica.
Jamaicans, practice proper disposal of garbage, and if items can be reused, recycle them. We all have a part to play in protecting our environment from pollution. We are building Jamaica.
Next, we highlight the government's commitment to Jamaica's most vulnerable citizens, providing safe havens through quality social housing.
Going in a perfect home.
The old man is nice and Charlie. You know what, the other day when I got the key, I came in here and I prayed 3 times a day. Give the Almighty thanks for allowing me to have something like this.
Miss Chisholm is among several Jamaicans benefiting from the new social housing program NSHP that's dedicated to elevating the living conditions of the country's poor and disadvantaged population. It's a strategic program by the government to broaden opportunities for housing solutions and ownership among this group. As of January 31, 2025, the NSHP has completed approximately 300 housing units benefiting over 968 individuals across Jamaica.
Our target is 6,000 of these houses. We believe that if we were to build 6,000 social housing units in Jamaica, we could make a significant impact on the number of persons who are living in the worst substandard conditions.
The program falls under the Social Inclusion Governance Model, and implementation of the NSHP started in 2018 by Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness. The program provides not just quality, affordable and sustainable housing, but overall improved living conditions.
What the government has done is to set the highest standards for social housing. And when you look at this house, you can see that it is well constructed. It will stand up to almost any storm. And we expect that to be the case because it's a fully concrete structure. Built to that.
Through the NSHP, the beneficiaries are enjoying the security of a safe, decent place within which to take shelter.
I'll be feeling much better. Having a nice sleep and everything like that.
I'm feeling so, words fail to express my gratitude.
Oh.
I thank each and every single one that helps me that I can live freely in my home.
Where we're living, we can't even move in the room properly. We'll bounce up. If the light is gone, we have to stay put because we have no way. It's a small place. When the time gets cold, my son will get sick. If the rain falls, the rain will come in and it's just all over. He was sick like for months, can't go to school. Now my kids, they're all happy with my daughter going to Portmore. It's CXC time. Trust me, she have a comfortable place to study, a well-needed house. Thank you so much.
Every Jamaican should have access to a good standard of shelter. They should have protection from the element. It should be a place of refuge and security, a place where they can live comfortably and raise their family.
Another benefit of the new social housing program is the pride that comes with fulfilling a lifelong, sometimes intergenerational goal.
This is going to break intergenerational poverty. This is an asset that your children can inherit.
Oh my goodness, gratitude is a must! Talk for me now!
I can't even explain myself right
You don't need to.
now.
Your smile does it all.
To all the persons who is a part of the new social housing program that made today possible, we want to say thank you very much. We really appreciate what you have done for our family. Thank you very much.
This is a very emotional moment, and I can see that your daughter is overcome, and indeed the entire family.
Yes.
And indeed everyone here who is participating in this ceremony. We at the social housing, the new social housing program, we are very pleased to be able to make a transformational difference in your life, and that's what the program is about. Social housing is an important part of what we call the social safety net. It is the establishment of a standard below which no Jamaican citizen should live.
The program is funded by the Government of Jamaica and administered through the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation. Applicants and beneficiaries are pulled from all 63 constituencies.
The applications, well, the recommendations come to us from the various members of Parliament. We do an assessment on the ground. We interview the prospective applicants, and the assessment includes the engineer's report and also the social report, and ensure that the beneficiary meets the criteria that has been set.
The report then goes to a multi-sectoral committee for review and approval. Those that are approved go on to the procurement process for bidding by contractors, then to the procurement committee for review after being shortlisted, then final approval for construction to begin.
Thank God, I feel many times better in life.
I overjoyed because I never knew I would live in a concrete structure with a deck top over my head.
The government is convinced that if the country is to achieve its 2030 goal of developed nation status, it needs to cater to the interest of persons from all social classes, especially the vulnerable. The mission is ensuring that programs and policies are in place to protect the poor and the marginalized, and that all citizens have the opportunity to influence development and governance at the local and national level.
We go through any terrain, any weather, climb up any hill, make our way down into any valley to deliver the houses. We build houses all over Jamaica in all conditions, and it is all for the benefit of the people of Jamaica.
This is where our journey ends, but only for today. Do join us again tomorrow when we'll bring another informative program. In the meantime, stay connected via our website, jis.gov.jm. And while you're online, send your feedback to Jamaica Magazine at jis.gov.jm or via X at JIS News. You may also find us on all the major social media platforms and through our mobile app that's Android and iOS compatible. On behalf of the entire production team, I'm Adrian Atkinson. Do take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.